How's it going, everybody? Ian back with another video. Today we've got just a January wrap up, I guess. I read 15 books. I don't have them all because some of them had to go back to the library, and some of them I listened to on audiobook. But let's get into what I did finish book wise, like actual physical book. Finished the Chris Farley Show by Tom Farley Jr. and Tanner Kobe. This is just basically an autobiography about Chris and all that stuff, all his drug abuse and drinking mostly. There was a lot of drinking, what kind of did him in. But yeah, he just and his basically his rise, his quick rise, and then he didn't really have a fall, I guess. I mean, he technically did die, so I guess that's his fall. Um, but yeah, it was a pretty good book. But I didn't realize. I knew he had a drinking issue, but I didn't realize to the extent. And then the drug abuse came into play too at the end. But yeah, it's a good book. I gave it 4 stars. So finish that one up. To replace the biography or nonfiction book, I am reading The Big Bang Theory by Jessica Radloff. This is the definitive inside story of the Epic Hit series, and I love The Big Bang Theory. I really did. I know it's really corny and it's not. You know, it's some people think it's stupid, but it's just something I'll turn on and I can just watch whatever and just be engrossed, and it's a feel good show for me. I whenever I'm feeling bad, I'll just turn it on and watch it and have some laughs. But I like it. So this is about 100 pages in and really enjoying that story. I finished The Lost War by Justin Lee Anderson. 4 stars. Here I have The Bitter Crown on hold for me at the library, and if you like, the twist in this is fantasy stories don't have a lot of twists. They're not known for their twists. This one has a huge twist, and I just loved it. So I cannot wait to see where the story continues. What's it about? Basically, you follow this guy called Aronach, and he is a magic user, a wizard, if you will, and he has to take a band of warriors and different characters to find this queen who will help stable the realm. And that's kind of where I'll leave it. And there's demons and undead and all that fun stuff. But Justin Lee Anderson, The Lost War, Bitter Crown is coming. Finished Malice by John Gwynne. First reread for me for this great series. Cannot wait to continue. And just, a lot of people say the Malice book 1 is his weakest, but it just sets it up for a killer series. So my favorite series of all time. Please check it out if you have not. And then I finished Christopher Paolini's Eragon. Now, I will say, most of this book I just kind of was trudging along, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty generic. I'm reading this with a buddy at work. But the ending, I really, really enjoyed the ending, and it did make me want to read the next one. So I have the next ones. I did buy the entire series, which I'll show later. But Eragon, give it 3 stars. But it is intriguing for me to go more. Next up for that buddy read, of Darkness and Light by Ryan Cahill. Read the first one a few months ago before Eragon and enjoyed it. So cannot wait to get into this. I got my bookmark ready, and let's go. I'm picking up Battle Mage by Stephen Arion. Not 100% sure what this is about. Read the first chapter. A bunch of shit happens. Some people die. So I'm in it. Let's go. Stephen Arion. And, of course, I had to start Valor by John Gwynne. Just read the first chapter of this about an hour ago. And yeah, just picks up right with the first one leaves off. So let's go. I want to get this series reread in the next few months. So my last book I'm going to show you guys. So a couple years ago, I read I read Gardens of the Moon, the epic 10-book series by Steven Erikson. 6 months after that, I picked up Deadhouse Gates, and that took forever to read. This was about, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something like that. It was a while. It was a while ago, and sludged along. I got it done. I don't know, a couple months. Deadhouse Gates finally done, and then I just kind of just put that series aside. And then I was thinking maybe this year, maybe start it again. So maybe in February or not February, but get Memories of Ice done by February. So I started it a few weeks, about a week and a half ago. I found a podcast called 10 Very Big Books that I listened to the first book in and then the second book just to get caught up to see where the story was at. So because I didn't want to reread the Guardians of the Moon or the Deadhouse Gates again. Deadhouse Gates, from what I remember, it was decent. I gave Gardens of the Moon 3 stars, and that was like I said, Gardens of the Moon was years ago, and then Deadhouse Gates was like a year and a half ago or something like that. It was like last Christmas ish, somewhere around there. So, and that Deadhouse Gates took me like 4 or 5 months because I was reading sections at that time because I didn't have this podcast that I'm listening to now where I'm easily following along a lot better and I can read. So I am reading Memories of Ice, but it's very sporadic. 300 pages in 2 weeks or so, which is pretty good, I guess, for this series. But that podcast, it really helps. They break down, they do like 3 chapters a day or 3 chapters of podcast or an episode. So I kind of just read along with them. But yeah, I'm on chapter 10 and I haven't picked this up in a few days just because you definitely need breaks for me anyway. So we will see. This one might take a few months to get it in. But yeah, so I'm not understanding what I'm reading, but the podcast does help me understand it a little bit better. So I guess, but I was told that you need 6 books in order to really understand the story. So that's what I've got, everybody. Take care. Have a good one.